Hi everybody, thanks for tuning in to another Journeys with Jack. I'm going to give you some commentary today on an event near and dear to my heart, St. Patrick's Day in Savannah. So, a tip of the hat. So, St. Patrick's Day, Savannah, I've had the pleasure of experiencing for greater than 2 decades now. You might wonder, why is there such a big celebration in Savannah for St. Patrick's Day? Well, let me tell you how big it is. We probably have the largest per capita celebration in the world. I realize that overall the number of people celebrating in New York and Dublin are greater, but can they say that the size of their city doubles on a St. Patrick's Day weekend? I think we can. Nonetheless, we have such a great celebration, and everybody seems to claim they're Irish on St. Patrick's Day in Savannah, probably because we have such a strong Irish heritage in our community. So the Hibernian Society, which began as a self-help organization for new Irish immigrants, dates all the way back to 1812 and is a hereditary society for those of Irish lineage. And why did we have so many Irish come to Savannah? Well, first off, it was a port city. Secondly, there were a lot of events of turmoil in Irish history, especially 1700s, 1800s. There was constant strife with the English, it seems. There were potato famines, there was poverty, etc. The New World offered a great opportunity, and obviously there were a lot of Irish that came to the port cities, as that was the principal means, in fact the only means to cross the Atlantic, but the principal means to change direction entirely. If you were living in Europe, you could kind of sort of reinvent the same old thing, or you could get over here to the United States or Canada and just start afresh. Many people chose to do that at great sacrifice, I might comment. A lot of the efforts of the Irish settlers are remembered at Emmett Park, downtown Savannah, just off of Bay Street. There's a great memorial, and I encourage you to go and read more there. So St. Patrick's Day kicks off very early with a Fenian breakfast at about 6:30 in the morning. I have the good fortune to have been invited previously and enjoyed it quite a bit. After the Fenian breakfast, at 8 o'clock, is Mass at the Cathedral of St. John the Baptist. Now, this cathedral is near St. Vincent's School, famous girls' Catholic school in Savannah. I'm happy to say that my daughter's matriculated from it. Now, some people might go over to Forsyth Park, where they're staging for the parade, which begins nearby, about a block away, at the corner of Abercorn and Gwinnett. Now, the parade starts about 10:30 in the morning. Now, some other people might stop off at a local watering hole called Pinky Masters, and I know that all during the day, during the parade, people wander in and out of Pinky Masters. It's integral, I think, to St. Patrick's Day, and I got to mention it. And I want to show you a cool artifact. This is a t-shirt from Pinky Masters, rather a rarity, I might add. So if you can see, it says on the back, a Savannah tradition. So I had the good fortune to be given this t-shirt by one of the owners many years ago, and I've saved it because I recognize that probably not going to make a whole lot more of these. Anyway, Pinky Masters was where supposedly Jimmy Carter announced his candidacy for President of the United States. Now, I've never found any corroborating evidence in that regard, but there's a lot of Jimmy Carter memorabilia there. Apparently, Al Gore visited Pinky Masters as well as a whole host of other politicians. So the parade starts, as I mentioned, over just one block off of Forsyth Square, goes down Abercorn, turns to the right, down at Broughton Street, goes over to Broad Street to the left, and then left again at Bay Street, and comes back up Bull Street. So where to see the parade? Well, personally, I like to go to Chippewa Square. That seems to work pretty well for me. I will probably be there this year to watch the Benedictine Cadets March. That's my favorite part of the parade, and I have a vested interest, as my son is one of the cadets at Benedictine Military School, the Boys Catholic School of Savannah. Now, there are bleachers over near Colonial Cemetery and by the cathedral and along Bull Street. I think it's $55 to get reserved seats in the bleachers. You can check online for that. For those of you who want a map, you can go online and find several of them. There's parade route maps, easily accessible. I would point out that you need to figure out how to park and park well away from where the route is, because the streets will be closed around the parade route, as you might expect. I have in the past had good success parking between Wheaton Street and President Street over on the other side of East Broad Street. So consider that area. You can oftentimes find some on-street parking in that locale. Finally, I would mention that there will be food trucks at West St. Julian and over in the Factors Walk area. There's also many stalls set up, River Street, etc. I hope that you have a very enjoyable St. Patrick's Day, and I'm going to try to put some good pictures up from St. Patrick's Day related things and from Dublin, Ireland during the week. Have a great day. Thanks for tuning in.